Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel, and today in this video we'll be covering my round 6 game in the Toronto Close Championships. I'm playing the black pieces, and let's take a look at what happened. So d4 by my opponent, knight f6, I go for my King's Indian. My opponent goes for the fianchetto variation of the King's Indian defense. And I know typically this variation is decently calm per se, so I wasn't expecting too much. e5, takes. Here queen c2, c6, bishop g5, a pin on my knight to my queen. Here I play queen c7, rook a to d1. Here I play knight c5. I'm not too worried about b4 here because I simply have a move like knight back to e6, and then if you play bishop e3 to prevent me from jumping into d4, then I have like ideas of like knight g4, attacking the bishop, let's say bishop d2, then here I can even play f5 actually, start expanding on the king side, then in e4 ideas, so, and let's say white plays e4 themselves, then here after something like knight to d4, takes, this position looks decently okay for black to play. So going back, here after, so here my opponent actually plays e4, which is actually, in my opinion, quite a big concession, because before you play e4, you had ideas of transferring your knight into e4 and then into d6. But by playing e4, you're completely blockading the center, and you're just allowing black to pretty much get like a free hand to do whatever they want. Here I play bishop e6, attacking the c4 pawn. Here, after b6, here I play bishop to g4, pinning the knight to the rook, and I have an idea of playing knight e6 and then transferring my knight to d4. Here h3 was played, and then I take, and then knight e6, and here my opponent actually takes, which is actually, in my opinion, quite a mistake, because without the dark square bishop, there's no way of contesting my knight from going to d4, besides from this knight on c3, but the bishop, instead of capturing, it could have went back to e3 to defend against knight d4, but now that bishop isn't on the board anymore, so now knight d4 is pretty much a very big move I could play. Takes, and here rook to d1, and here I put my knight on d4. This is a very good square for my knight. It can't be contested by any piece pretty much, and I have a lot of chances to try to push for some sort of advantage. Queen to c1, and here I play king g7. My idea is to just get off the back rank so that at any point, if there are any tactics that are possible, I don't want rook takes rook to come with check. Like let's say if I move my knight somewhere and there's like a discovery, then I don't want this capture on my rook to come with check, because then, well, I would probably have to like concede something then in that case. So I just got my king off the back rank. I also prevented queen h6, h4, h5, and here knight to d2. Here I play queen b6, and here knight g1. This is pretty much the only fatal mistake of this game, and here the correct winning move, or the move that gives me a large advantage, is queen to a5. The idea with queen a5 is I'm attacking the a2 pawn, and there's no way to actually defend it. Queen b1 looks like a method to defend it, but after knight captures on f3, knight captures on f3, rook captures on d1, queen captures on d1, here I can play queen captures on a2. And if it looks like you can play rook captures on d8 first, after knight captures on f3, then here I simply have knight captures on h4 with check. After pawn takes, then here I can play queen captures on d8, double attacking this pawn, and I also have the open file for my queen. Also, if rook d2 looks like another way to defend this pawn, but here I simply have knight captures on f3, sorry, not knight captures on f3, here I simply have knight captures on b3. The idea is I'm forking the queen and the rook, and if you play a captures on b3, then my rook dives in with rook captures on d2, supported by my queen on a5. And also finally, after queen a5, not queen b1, queen a1 leads to the same thing as I mentioned earlier. It's just except the queen starts on a1 instead. But instead I actually missed this idea with queen a5. Oh yeah, also you can't move this pawn to a3 because I simply have knight captures on b3, which attacks the queen, and I'm also going to trade off the rooks. However, here I missed this idea entirely, and here I play bishop e7. And after knight h3, I simply couldn't really find a way to push for more advantage. Keep in mind, all of these points I always have queen a5, but I kept missing it. So here, unfortunately, I bailed out with knight captures on f3. And after king captures on f3, I play rook to d4, and we actually agree to a draw here. seeing as probably everything's going to get traded off. Queen d3, bishop c4, then takes, and then you can put your knight on g5, and this is probably going to be a draw. So what to say about this game? I'm a little bit disappointed I missed queen a5 and all those opportunities, but seeing as I didn't see it until post-game analysis, I'm not too mad about it. Still something I think still something I maybe had an outside chance to see if I thought long enough about it, but I still in the end didn't end up seeing it. So oh well, I guess I'm a little bit disappointed, but what can you do? And yeah, so hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.